Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name's Rebecca, I'm 44 years old and I'm somebody who used to suffer from multiple sclerosis, who no longer experiences any of the symptoms since starting the carnivore diet a year and a half ago. In today's video, I wanted to reflect on a comment that I made in my previous video, which is that it feels like my healing journey's kind of come full circle, and I wanted to expand on that. I'm at a point where I'm feeling very deeply healed on some level, but at the same time, I don't think that I can claim that I have cured my multiple sclerosis, because everything I've been led to believe about multiple sclerosis is that it cannot be cured. There is no cure, and that I may have overcome my symptoms, I may no longer be disabled by my daily symptoms, but that one day I'm going to wake up and have an episode of disability, and that it's gonna come back, and it's gonna knock me down again. And I'm not in a position to say that that's not going to happen, and I'm still waiting for my MRI scan results, which are coming next week, to find out if the demyelination in my brain, the lesions in my brain, have cleared up. So there's a lot that I still don't know. All I know is I'm no longer living in fear, and I'm no longer held back by physical symptoms that were truly disabling. The past 10 years of my life have been the hardest challenge of my life. It's been a fight for my life, and it's been a long, difficult, lonely fight, which hasn't been linear. I call it a healing journey, but it's been a survival journey. It's only since I started taking my health back into my own hands that I could call it a healing journey. And I also think that every human being on this planet is on a healing journey. They don't have to have a chronic illness in order to be facing the same challenges to a greater or lesser degree than somebody with a chronic illness. We all face extreme difficulties and trauma as humans, and that trauma may be intergenerational or ancestral, or it can be related to the events in your own life, but it's something that seems to be deeply tied up with the human experience. So I guess what I'm saying by full circle is not that I am cured, but also not that I have come back to the beginning, because where I began in my healing journey, I think in some ways I'm more healed now in some areas of my life than I was before I got ill, because potentially there were certain traumas in my life that led me to get ill in the first place. So my view of coming full circle is actually, it's kind of, I'm trying to capture the fact that healing isn't linear, it's not straightforward. I kind of feel like it's a bit of a weird metaphor, but I think of it as like the golden ratio. It's like a spiral. A healing journey is like a spiral upwards that's going around in circles. So where I feel like I've come around full circle, I don't feel like I'm in the same place as before. I feel like that phi pattern is kind of mirrored in my own life by a gradual expansion outwards and upwards as I'm on this healing journey. So yes, you may come back round to where a similar place to where you started, but you're further up. Does that make sense? And that's kind of where I'm coming from when I say that I've come full circle. And that's not to say that I've reached the end of that journey either. There's further expansion to go, there's further upward movement to be made, and I feel that very strongly. But I guess, to put it in more kind of prosaic terms, where I've come back to Asturias and moved into a new home, back on grid actually, and into civilization, and having healed my physical problems, my daily symptoms, at least for now, that's fine for me. I'll take that, even if I end up being disabled in the future, I want to take this time to create good relationships, good memories now. So I something's changed, and it's for the better, and it may not last forever, but it's happening now. So I'm just deeply grateful for that. And what I can do with my physical strength and health and cognitive faculties is now move beyond survival mode. I've been in survival mode for the past 10 years. I feel like where I've reached in this spiraling healing journey is a place where I'm no longer in survival mode. You see, it was a struggle even after I got my physical health back, because during the hardest times, I got myself into very toxic relationships with very toxic people who took advantage. And I've talked about it in previous videos. I don't see any point in revisiting those things. But even when my symptoms cleared up, I had to then go through the process of extricating myself from those relationships and then healing from the damage those relationships did. So, oh, that's Stanley at the door, my dog at the door. Oh, I'll just go and let him in because he'll just keep scratching. Yeah, so don't start barking now, Elon. Elon doesn't like Stanley. I can't think of what I was saying. Yeah, so I'm now at a place in my healing journey where, not that I'm healed, because all humans throughout their lifetimes are still healing, and I may have overcome my multiple sclerosis daily symptoms, but I still have a lot of healing to do. And so, but where I'm at now is that I can start moving beyond just trying to get through the day, just trying to move through this fog of exhaustion and trauma and just feeling completely lost and start to focus on things like my appearance and exercise, you know, not just being physically active, but toning up, you know, wearing nice clothes, showering, hygiene, going out and socializing, things like that, where it's beyond survival mode, where you're taking care of how you show up in the world and present yourself and interact with other people, because other people pick up on your energy, even if just subconsciously. And I know that my energy has been desperate. It's been one of absolute desperation. And that's why I've attracted people who have taken advantage of that. And in my desperation, I've allowed those relationships to take root because I was so frightened of going back to being alone again. Well, I'm not in that place anymore. I'm in a place where I get to start again. And I kind of wish that I was not 44 years old to be starting again. But I also know that many people start fresh in their 40s. You know, maybe they get divorced, maybe, you know, the whole midlife crisis thing is classic in your 40s. And I feel like I'm just another one of those people who's starting fresh at 40. And I have nothing to be ashamed of in that respect. I may not have had the chance to have children, I may have lost my career, but here I am with everything to play for. And now I just want to enjoy being a human within human civilization, which is something that I felt completely cast out of for many years. I felt I couldn't participate in the world. Yeah, I was very traumatized and very held back by my symptoms. And I don't know, like, the kind of reactions I'm getting from people are interesting, because when I was really, really ill and disabled, often people would say to me, oh, it's all in your head. You know, you need to just get out more, you need to get off the sofa and just, you know, there was a total skepticism towards the straitjacket that my symptoms were, that was stopping me from living my life. And I knew that I was doing my absolute best just to get through the day. But many people, because it was an invisible condition, many other people simply didn't believe that. And those judgments hurt very, very much, because I wasn't in a place where I was strong enough to take the hit of those judgments. Now, the type of skepticism that I'm receiving from people is, no, you haven't cured your MS. This is all in your mind. You're gonna have a horrible shock further down the line because you're not taking medication. You're going to become disabled, and you need to remember that you are a victim to this again. And that's a little bit depressing, but also it doesn't hurt me, because I have my strength back and my cognitive abilities. I can just distract myself, get on with my day, participate in things that I enjoy, or work at something that gives me a sense of achievement. And those judgments pale into significance and into the background. My life's busy again. I haven't got time to sit around feeling hurt by those judgments. So yeah, so the world hasn't changed. The skeptical, judgmental world around me hasn't changed, but fundamentally I have changed. I've moved into a better place. So yeah, I don't know how well I'm expressing this, but I just wanted to share the good news, that because I know my videos over the past year, I've often been quite open about the fact that I was struggling with depression in the wake of everything that happened before I left Asturias. I've struggled a lot over the past year, even though I had my health back. So where I'm at now is a place where I can now fully enjoy my health and my friendships and the stunning natural landscape around me. Like, it's every single day I wake up, I'm surrounded by these insanely beautiful mountains. In this particular moment, I'm loving my life. And I've been hard pushed to say that for so many years. And yeah, so I think I will do a more structured video around the different aspects of healing that I think that I have identified in this journey that might be of practical help to people. But in this video, I just wanted to do a quick reflection on that idea of phi and the golden ratio and moving upwards in the healing spiral. I thought it was quite a beautiful metaphor, but I don't know if it resonates with you guys or not. But yeah, so just feeling very grateful. And I also just wanted to reiterate, as I've done many times before, that this channel has been part of that healing journey very much. It's been a space where I've been able to reclaim my voice and make connections with people. And so where I'm now entering a new phase of healing, I just want to make my channel not just a place where I can express myself when I felt that my voice had been taken away and reclaiming it, but also sharing what I've learned and doing interviews with other carnivores and other people with chronic health problems. So I want to move my channel upwards and outwards, if possible, to reflect where I'm at now and make my videos just a lot more positive, because now I feel like I really have reached the positive place that Carnivore set me up for a year and a half ago. And I can actually fully embrace everything that it's given back to me. So I guess that's it. I'm actually going back to Galicia next week, which I'm not really looking forward to because it's just a long journey, and it's like the moving house hasn't finished until I've made this final journey, and then I can really settle in and get stuck into the rhythm of life here. So yeah, and I'll be getting my results for my MRI when I go back to Galicia. I also wanted to just say that I've started yoga and it's I thought it would be like, oh, nice and chill, nice gentle exercise, but it was seriously full on. All these people were just doing these incredible things with their bodies, like handstands and contortions that I couldn't begin to do. And it was amazing. Like it felt really good to be in a class, like a normal class for healthy people, and not even telling anyone that I had MS and not having any special considerations, just trying to keep up with everybody. It was amazing. And the teacher's amazing. Like, I haven't had a yoga teacher like that before, who actually, you look at her movements in the class and you just see that this is a person with real expertise, who also really embodies like the kind of character you would want from a yoga teacher. Like there's a lot of yoga teachers who are just charging a lot of money and they've learned a few poses, but they're not actually doing anything all that impressive. There are a lot of charlatan yoga teachers out there. This one's for real. This one is absolutely amazing. So, and that's just 10 minutes down the road from my house. So this is actually quite a big deal for me to join a yoga class and just feel like I'm not any different to any of the other people in the class, except for the fact that I'm a beginner and they're not. Like that represented a really big step forward for me. Yeah, so Galicia next week, and then just getting back into the rhythm of life and moving into trying to earn a living, basically, and just live a normal life, which is all I ever wanted. That's all I have to say, really. I think I'll wrap it up. It's just a little video and just a little thought, and I will next week probably do a longer video, which kind of more structured, about kind of my insights and what I've learned over the course of my healing journey over the past 10 years. Anyway, so I hope you're all doing great wherever you are in the world. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.